welcome to Onesies, a podcast of onesies and wonders and blunders. My name's Andrew,
My name's Emily.
and we are back discussing the 2022 Disney Plus streaming series Miss Marvel. We are on episode number 5, entitled
Something
in
about time.
Time and Again,
Time and again.
Time and Again, which continues our Back to the Future cliffhanger from last episode, but tacks on an opening to it. So we open the episode in pre-partition, but post that scene with Aisha and the clandestines trying to find the bangle
Yes.
moment, where we now have Aisha in the countryside, needing some help and receiving it from a gentleman,
Hassan.
yes, who will, they'll fall in love and get married and have a little baby, and they'll overcome. So he is a Indian independence activist. He's also Muslim. So there's some things going on with that. We talked last time about how they don't spend a lot of time telling white folks things.
Yeah.
The 5-year flashback, I remember the first time I watched the series, and now this time I had the same exact sort of impulse was, oh, it's this whole episode is going to be about grandma and great grandma and great grandpa, and then at the end we're going to tie into Kamala. But no, it's only like a 15-20 minute tag at the
It's a
most.
good half the episode, though.
Yeah. So, because we are actually not going to do a sort of lost in the past type, we're not going to actually do Back to the Future 3
Right.
where Marty can't get home.
Yeah, she's
Um,
seemingly only in the world for 15, 20 minutes. It's
and
hard
then,
hard to
yeah.
tell.
So yes, so we meet the great grandparents, and they, it's at a certain point at all, we get a little bit of the magic and that sort of thing, but we pretty quickly are building toward partition
Hmm.
and the ramifications of that, which we already know is going to involve them getting on the last train out,
Yeah.
which there's so many trains in the station. I don't want to nitpick it, but it's weird. It's a weird, this is the last train out, but then what are all the other people doing on the train? Like, anyway, it's confusing. Maybe they're going somewhere else. Maybe they're going into the mountains. Who knows? But eventually we get there. We meet the baby. The baby's adorable, of course. Oh, it's a baby. Um, but then we get to Kamala.
So we get to the point where before Kamala, Aisha and Najma, is that her name? The clandestine that we met before? Uh, Cameron's mom.
Yes, Najma.
Um, finds Aisha in the train station. At this point, Aisha has given the bangle to Sana, the daughter, her daughter,
Yes. Who
um,
the
for
baby holding on
safekeeping.
to that for safekeeping? Do not trust a child to do that. This is another thing that only happens in the Marvel Cinematic
Yeah,
Universe. Or I don't even think a Disney movie would
yeah.
be like, yeah, we're going to trust a baby. They're going to be like, no, we got too many, parents involved.
Moana.
Okay, but Moana was basically, she also wasn't a baby.
When she got the heart of the ocean, she was a baby, wasn't she?
Was
No, you're
she?
right. No, I
Yeah,
think she saw it when she was a baby.
right. This is
Anyway,
literally like
she's
barely a
like
toddler.
4 years old,
Is she
maybe.
4?
She's
Okay, so
speaking
they're
pretty
saying she's
clearly.
5. They're saying she's 5 very quickly in the Wikipedia.
She's
Okay.
speaking pretty clearly when you do hear her speak.
Oh,
So Najma realizes that great grandma, whose name just escaped me,
Aisha.
Aisha, thank you, um, has gotten rid of the bangle somehow and stabs her and is like, "You left us, and we can't never forgive you, and I'll find that bangle someday. And so there's a prolonged scene where Aisha is in this massive crowd of people and she's dying. And in the meantime, um, Sana has left dad and is wandering through these crowds of people shouting for her mom because she wants her mommy. And it's horrible and awful and bad. And nobody pays attention to her, which makes it that much more sad. And our hero, yes, our hero, Kamala sees her and is like, or no, sees her great grandmother first. She's wearing the bangle, and the great grandmother's like, "Oh, finally, you're exactly where you're supposed to be." And Kamala's confused, like, "You're supposed to be doing this, helping save your daughter. Like, why is it me? I don't know." Blah, blah, blah. And finally, it's just like, "Okay, I'm going to do this." And she goes to the little girl and says, like, "I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. I can't do stars, but I can do circles," something like that. And she uses the magic from her hands to create a path, kind of, only like two steps at a time, but a path to her father. The path is very quickly broken by something. I don't remember what. And the path turns into some floating stars, which Sana then follows back to Daddy. And that's the origin story. That's the story that that Kamala's father was telling at the dinner table before before the brothers got married. Um,
And um, as soon as she sort of completes it, and she also gets a picture of her
mm,
great grandparents and her grandmother as a baby from great grandma
Aisha.
Aisha. And then as soon as she completes this like side mission, the bangle takes her back to the present
Yeah,
because it's just completing this logic, this time travel loop thing
yeah.
that, yeah. Okay. So at the same time, mom is worried about Kamala
Kamala.
not being back. The cousins are like, why don't you just use Find My Phone? And mom's like, I could have been doing this the whole time. And so,
That was funny. Why didn't I know about this before?
yeah.
She says.
And so, upon returning to the present, um, we see that the veil to the other dimension is open. People are trying to pass through. They're getting turned into skeletons and then disintegrating, or getting turned into ash and then skeletons, something like that. Najma is going to sacrifice herself to close the veil because she now regrets this behavior and save Cameron.
I suspected something different, but
Well, there's also her going up to the veil is absolutely no different than anybody else's going up to the veil, yet for whatever reason, it closes after she sacrifices herself or whatever. So it's no different than like it's
maybe it's because she's from that other dimension that her energy helps close it up or something.
but the other
I don't know.
people's got zapped and their energy didn't. So
Well, maybe it's a cumulative thing. Maybe it doesn't just take
that's
one
what I'm
gin.
thinking. You need all three, and then it'll close again, which makes it a really stupid portal thing. Um, and so then her power zoops out of her body to go off to Cameron.
We see it.
And
We see it pretty immediately, right?
yeah,
Enter Cameron, and his eyes turn funny colors. His hands get glowy.
it's kind of like the Miss Marvel power, but it's not purple or blue or whatever, and it doesn't seem thought as well thought out yet. Okay. At that point, Grandma and Mom catch Kamala and the Red Dagger Boy, and they have a very quick, "Oh, you're that superhero Nightlight," to
Yeah,
which Kamala goes, "Nightlight." And then Mom goes, "Oh, this would explain why you've been acting so fucking weird. Okay,
yeah.
well, I guess you're just gonna be a superhero now." And Grandma's like, hell yeah, she's just going to be a superhero now.
She's like, I've been telling you we're magic.
Yeah.
You just never listened to me.
Um, and so then they go home and are looking at the photo. So we're getting some closure for grandma. We're getting mom and grandma having some closure too. It's very nice. And then
And mom and Kamala
yeah,
also.
mom and Kamala also. I mean, yeah.
Very cute.
So
Very sweet. Very much like I'm protecting you because I love you.
yes. And now that I know you're a superhero, it's fine.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, so we then cut to the Circle Q back in Jersey City, where Bruno is doing some stuff. We then get Cameron showing up, trying to be needing help, not knowing where else to go. We get a call back to the Brian thing where Cameron's like, I sincerely thought your name was Brian. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So then they go chill out, and a drone comes to attack them. There's some
Yeah.
discussion of mom coming back for him or not coming back for him, but then a drone comes and blows up the Circle Q.
And Cameron's like, we got to get the hell out of here.
Yep. And that's our cliffhanger for next time.
For next time.
And just because I was looking at the Wikipedia, Um, they originally planned a lot more with the Nor, the clandestines, and the Red Daggers, but COVID got in the way. And so
Mm.
Najma's story was not going to go this way originally. So
Oh, that's
um,
interesting.
they adjusted, did all right. So yeah, it's not quite as epic, I guess, of a Back to the Future as one would expect, but
I loved it. I thought it was lovely to see that sort of origin
mhm,
story. I thought that the actress who played Aisha was beautiful. She also kicked some British officer ass,
yep.
which is cool. And yeah, I thought it was lovely. Was that filmed also in Thailand, you think?
Um, Let us see if it
Or
says
maybe that could have been an outdoor set. It was not very big, what we saw of the outside.
it was filmed in Thailand
Oh, cool.
and on some sets, and then many other places because they filmed this during COVID, which is
Oh,
wild.
yeah.
So
Well, that was so great. I can't wait to see what happens next week on the final episode of Miss Marvel, final episode of season 19 of
19?
Onesies. And I will have a big announcement for season 20.
Oh joy. I already know what it is, folks. I've already got half my bits prepared for next season. Um, all right. Well, Emily,
Yes, Andrew, I will see you in Television Land.
I'll see you in television land as well, Emily.